What should be the conduct of a student participating in a group obstacle race? Now, there are some people who choose very patriotic ones, जैसे जय भारत माता की जय. How important is physical strength in tackling the obstacles? The importance of joining a coaching or a guidance program. Hello, aspirants. I am Nikita, the host of the show, and we are continuing our GTO test series with Colonel D.N. Sharma.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, let's start.
Yes, sir. Today we will be discussing GOR. Sir, before we start, I request you to brief our candidates about GOR.
Okay. So, group obstacle race is conducted immediately after PGT. I hope you remember the sequence of the tasks. First, you'll have group discussion, followed by group planning exercise, and then progressive group task. Once you finished your progressive group task, GTO will call you for GOR. The full form of GOR is Group Obstacle Race.
Right.
So, since it's a race, your group should have an aim, and the aim should be to win the race. Now, you will be competing against other groups of your board through a course of 6 obstacles. Obstacles are separated into different channels so that each competing group sticks to its own channel. And thereafter, the GTO takes you around the obstacles, shows all the obstacles to you, tells you how the obstacle is to be crossed. And then there are certain rules. For example, like in PGT, you have observed group rules, so here also you have to follow the group rule. You have to observe all the out of bound areas. You have to ensure that your snake does not touch the ground anywhere. And you must participate with full enthusiasm. That, in a nutshell, is group obstacle race.
Right. So the first question is, what should be the conduct of a student participating in a group obstacle race? There are certain people who just run haywire, and then there are others who are either leading the group or staying at the back. Then there are some who are doing their bit and then shouting and screaming. So, what should be the conduct of a candidate?
यहाँ पर आपको एक बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ ध्यान रखने वाली है कि आप एक रेस में, एक तरह की प्रतियोगिता में हिस्सा ले रहे हैं और इंडिविजुअल एक्सीलेंस का रोल तो है, पर ग्रुप से आगे बढ़कर नहीं है. I hope you get this point.
Right, sir.
Unless the entire group along with its snake crosses the finish line before the other groups, you can't win the race because the entire group has to move together.
Right, sir.
So your focus should be to help the group in every possible way. How do you help the group? Let's say a group consists of you all the candidates in your group.
Right, sir.
So your endeavor should be to help other members of your group, help in carrying the load, and also give encouragement to your group. How do you give encouragement? By shouting words of encouragement, helping people, and of course, in this task, you are required to choose a battle cry to
Right.
give josh to your group.
Right.
Alright, so we'll come to the battle cry part later on. But as far as the role that a candidate adopts should be that of a person who's positively involved in the activity, remains with the group. Your physical position, whether at the head of the group or at the tail of the group, matters less. What matters is how are you helping your group in maintaining speed and running ahead of other groups. I hope that clarifies your doubt.
Right, sir.
So, contribution to the task is more important than where in the group you are, whether in the front, in the middle, or at the rear.
Right. Yes, sir. So just as you mentioned, battle cry, war cry. Now there are some people who choose very patriotic ones, जैसे जय भारत माता की जय. And then there are some candidates who come up with very funny and very something that I'll say not so patriotic. जैसे हमारा टास्क कैसा हो, बढ़िया हो, बढ़िया हो. All these kinds of war cry.
Okay.
So how does it impact? Like, what is the impression that an SSL has?
Right. So, first of all, you should understand the meaning of war cry or battle cry. ये जो टास्क है इसको कुछ इस तरह से डिज़ाइन किया गया है कि आपको एक बहुत ही मिनिएचर एग्जांपल देता है कि रियल लाइफ में वॉर कंडीशंस में किस तरह के ऑपोजिशन और चैलेंज का आपको मुकाबला करना पड़ सकता है. तो कभी कभी जीटीओ आपको बोलते हैं कि इमेजिन करिए कि फिनिश लाइन पर दुश्मन बैठा है और आपने उस पर असॉल्ट करना है. तो जब आप ऐसे असॉल्ट के लिए जा रहे हैं दुश्मन पर, तो आपका जज्बा कैसा होना चाहिए, आपका जोश कैसा कैसा होना चाहिए, आपका मोराल कैसा होना चाहिए। तो इस पर्पस को अगर आप ध्यान में रखेंगे तो आपको समझ आ जाएगा कि किस तरह की बैटल क्राई होनी चाहिए। Some of the candidates have exposure to some form of military life, so they are able to pick up the war cries of various regiments which they are aware of. So there is absolutely no harm. Otherwise, choose a war cry which boosts your nation, signifies the respect for your nation, your patriotism. By all means, Bharat Mata ki jai.
Yes, sir.
Some people shout Vande Mataram.
Yes,
Likewise.
sir.
Okay.
Right.
And if you know any regimental war cry, nothing like it, you can opt for that. Absolutely no harm in that. बट पिकिंग अप अ स्लोगन एट रैंडम और तुकबंदी अगर वो उस मौके पर अच्छा नहीं लगेगा तो इट विल नॉट हेल्प यू क्रिएट अ गुड इंप्रेशन ऑन अदर ग्रुप्स एज वेल एज ऑन द जीटीओ।
Right, sir.
आई होप दिस आंसर्स योर क्वेश्चन।
So it does. Right. So the next question that I have in mind is, how important is physical strength in tackling the obstacles?
Okay, good. So in group obstacle race, it is a little physically challenging task.
Right, sir.
So you should have good standard of physical fitness. Ideally, you should be supporting people on the obstacles rather than seeking support.
Right, sir.
Uh, you are going for SSB. You have selected your aim to join the armed forces, and physical fitness is a very important aspect of becoming an officer. So you should prepare yourself well, focus on your physical fitness, and you should be able to tackle the obstacles with ease. Or if some obstacle is, let's say, a little more complicated than the others, like the wall, which is obstacle number 5.
Right, sir.
So it is my personal experience that very few candidates can do it on their own. Most of the candidates require some kind of support to climb that wall.
Right.
That is quite understandable. You are not expected to be a gymnast or a person with supreme physical fitness, but yes, a reasonably good standard of physical fitness is definitely required.
Right. So, on the same lines, I feel ki you cannot prepare for group obstacle race at home because you don't have those obstacles. And then the importance of joining a coaching or a guidance program where you practice properly. So,
Right.
what according to an assessor, how would you think about this? What is your point of view in joining a coaching academy?
Okay, joining a coaching academy can be helpful because the coaching academies they create infrastructure, they have all those requisite obstacles and tasks that you will be facing in the SSB.
Right.
So when you are able to physically experience them, practice on them, it boosts your confidence and it also prepares you how to tackle this kind of an activity.
Right.
The other aspect we've already covered about the physical fitness, these obstacles are not very complicated. They're very simple to do as far as their execution is concerned or crossing the obstacle is concerned. The methods are very, very simple, but they require certain degree of physical fitness. And once you have gone through these obstacles, once or twice, if you have practiced them,
Right.
it makes that much easier for you to participate in your SSB.
Right, sir. So